Hi, and welcome. My name is Trina Gray, and I'm the co-founder of Team Rockstar Fit. And today I want to bring you a really lively, fun, energetic, and interesting interview with three amazing women around the country. The topic today is how health and fitness professionals from careers such as registered dietitian, registered nurse, and exercise physiologist have taken their college degrees and all their work experience and moved it home and implemented and launched an at-home business with the company called Team Beachbody. So we are all a part of an organization called Team Rockstar Fit. It is more than 20,000 coaches across the US and Canada who help people live healthy, fulfilling lives. We are in it to end the trend of obesity, to help people live happier and healthier. We do that by using award-winning Beachbody programs and products. We do that with our own coaching and our own support. So today I just want to dig in and have you meet three women who have successfully transitioned from a traditional career into Beachbody coaching and how it's affected them and their families. So first up, let me introduce Amy Schomann. Amy, if you want to wave so we know which one's you, there we go. Amy is married and is a mom of twin boys and also has a little girl. She lives just outside of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. She's a registered dietitian, a runner. She considers herself a fitness enthusiast. This girl has done half marathons. She has done Tough Mudders. She's active in her kids' school PTA. She is the chair of her kids' school wellness committee, which very much fits her. And then we have Danielle Griffin. Danielle is a mom who's recently going through a separation. She has a little girl that she takes care of as a single mom on her own, busy lady. She loves to refer to herself as a world traveler. She is active in the mom community in her area in Virginia Beach. She is a former labor and delivery nurse and pre- and postnatal exercise specialist. She created her own prenatal prestige fitness program in 2010. And it used to be live classes with pre- and postnatal women, and now she does it exclusively online. And then we have Dianne Sykes. And Dianne is my friend in New York. She is a mom to a 4-year-old daughter. She too is a runner, triathlete, and marathon coach. She's an exercise physiologist. She owns a private personal training business, and she recently left her job at Equinox in New York City to dedicate more time to this online Beachbody business. So, ladies, welcome, and thank you for being willing to share your stories.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
So let's dive in. Amy, tell us how specifically you as a registered dietitian implement Beachbody products and programming with people in your life and how you've been able to be an RD from home.
Yeah, I would love to. Well, really by partnering with Beachbody, I was able to kind of expand my brand, have a greater reach, and get people better results. My background is in acute care. I worked in hospital setting for 15 years, but I always wanted to work on the preventative side of health and wellness. So I just didn't have the resources, the framework, the team to do that. And really coaching was a way for me to, have a supportive team, have programs and products to share with people. So it was a way for me to take a leap and essentially open up my own coaching business, my consulting business. So of course I have remained my own brand. I've just added Beachbody programs and products to that. And really, even though I'm a nutrition expert, I have had my own struggles. After my daughter was born, I was struggling to find time to eat healthy and get to the gym. So I went in search of solutions in my own life, and that's how I stumbled on Beachbody. So I started as a customer first. I got great results. And essentially, that's what I do in my coaching business. I can talk to people one-on-one or over a phone call or on a Skype meeting, but coaching allows me to get programs and products in their hands, in their homes, in their lives. And in turn, I'm able to get them better results. And I'm also able to have my own finances at the time. Partnering with Beachbody really allowed me to expand my brand beyond nutrition. Now I can offer really the trifecta of wellness: nutrition, fitness, and support. And how I do that is by running online accountability groups. I focus on the 21-day fix, the clean eating, portion control program, and I support women. We create a culture of motivation and accountability and inspiration. I really feel like I am the CEO of my own business. I'm not a Beachbody ad. It's just something that I added to my current brand. I really feel like Beachbody actually works for me. I'm the head of my company, but my staff, although they're not on my payroll, my staff are trainers like Shalene Johnson, Tony Horton, Shaun T. They create fitness programs, and I deliver them to my friends and my clients. I feel like being a coach has also freed me up. It's given me time freedom and to not always be in the trenches of creating meal plans and menus for people. Beachbody has an amazing nutrition team, and they do that for me. They deliver, nutrition guides, program guides, meal plans. Of course, I can be creative and still do those things and customize plans for people, but that's all done for our clients and our customers. So I can really focus on lifestyle coaching and creating healthy habits and maybe digging deeper into their why. So it's been such a game changer for me. I love to run these online groups. I also collaborate with other, wellness advocates, OTs, PTs, nurses, dietitians who are on my team, and we all work together to really have a greater impact in health and fitness.
That is so awesome, Amy. If I weren't a coach already, I would join your team. So let me just ask you one piece. I think specifically as a registered dietitian, you must feel really good about incorporating Shakeology into your monthly business. So I know you do the 21-day fix, which are a really great package of total body workouts with portion control containers and a really solid food plan that can fit somebody's lifestyle. And I know you believe in all that. So how does Shakeology fit into your monthly business?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's a big piece I actually left out. When I started as a customer, they didn't have the 21-day fix, so it was really Shakeology. That was really the game changer in my nutrition. It was the most dense nutrition. I felt good about the quality of the product. It's beyond a protein powder or meal replacement. It really is, 5 trips to the salad bar. It is my nutrition insurance. That's what I say to people. It fills in my nutrient gaps. It fuels my day because we all live really busy lives, and this is the most most optimal fuel that I could find. I felt really good about getting behind it, and it's not medicine, but it sure acts like one. It's powerful nutrition, and it's something that has really been a great nutrition solution for me, my husband, my kids, and now my friends and my clients.
That's amazing. I mean, Amy, just it's so fun to hear an RD's perspective of Shakeology, just powerful words. Nutrition insurance fills in the gaps in people's nutrition for the day. It's optimal fuel. Food is medicine, right? And that it's their powerful solution. So thank you for all of that. Let me go to Danielle she called herself a retired. That just makes me laugh because you're in your 30s, but a labor delivery nurse and RN. Danielle, how do you now use your skill set from home to earn this income from home?
So in labor and delivery, when I was a nurse, I absolutely loved it. I loved working with pregnant women. And I really have always had a passion for fitness. And right after graduating college, I did get certified as a personal trainer and not really do too much with it. So as I was progressing in my career as a labor and delivery nurse, and just really working with women and learning a lot in the hospital when they were at the tail end of their pregnancy, what they were missing their whole pregnancy or struggling during that labor and they wish they would have done more during their pregnancy, it really allowed me to know that there was something missing out there for women who were pregnant or even trying to get pregnant. And that was when I really tied the two together. And I decided to use my background as a labor and delivery nurse to fuel my passion in fitness and to support these women during their pregnancy. So I got specialized as a prenatal, postnatal exercise specialist. So really when I was looking at what to do with my clients, I knew I wanted nutrition and fitness. I didn't just want fitness because a lot of women actually sometimes get put on bed rest and their nutrition is huge. So when I was looking at what I needed to use, I needed things that can be used during pregnancy. It is not easy to find things that are actually safe during pregnancy. And I learned that even more after my own pregnancy. So I looked at a bunch of different products and programs, and Shakeology was one of those all natural products that I knew would be able to be used. I brought it to the specialist at the hospital and said, is this something you would use with your clients, if we were pregnant and whatnot? And they were like, looks great. So that's why I backed Shakeology and I was willing to use it with my clients. I branched away from the nursing industry right before having my daughter. I wish I did it sooner, but at the time, it was kind of my last hurrah in the hospital, and it was the most stressful, probably one of the hardest hospitals I've ever worked at. So it was kind of a good farewell. Yeah. So now I do it full time, and I utilize Shakeology with women who are really struggling in their pregnancy to get the right food into their body and to their babies. And then after they have their baby, a lot of us, especially if you have kids, those first few weeks are just delirious. Like, you don't even know if you fed yourself, and here you're nursing a kid or trying to feed a child. And it's just great to know that I had that one thing at the beginning of my day that was quick, that was simple, that would work with my schedule, and that I could drink while I was nursing or, doing stuff with my baby. It could come with me, and I didn't have to have two hands to eat it. So that made a huge impact. Along the way, I have found a lot of programs that really benefit women during their pregnancy to move better, to make them more comfortable, to help them with their labor experience. So really, you can see how that labor and delivery background and then the fitness just pulled together, and I absolutely love it.
So Danielle, on a monthly basis, like an average, basis right now, what does it look like to run a Beachbody business from home? Are you running groups and supporting women in all stages of pregnancy before and after, and they're using fitness programs and products and you're coaching them from home? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, so everything is from home. What I try to do is group them together. So I try to get newly pregnant women and put them into a private group so that they can support each other as well. A lot of them will throw questions out there like, hey, I'm having this issue, or I went to the doctor and they said this. What do you guys think about it? And they've actually done studies that women who are in a group setting throughout their pregnancy have a lower risk of preterm delivery. So that's something I learned at the beginning stages of doing this, but it's great that they can answer those questions, relax their mind, relax their stress and their anxiety, which most women have during pregnancy, especially their first one. So the mix is moms who are new, also moms who already have children, but I try to keep them in the same trimester, stage of when they're going to deliver.
You're really creating online support groups for women in all stages of pregnancy or childbearing or having kids, and they're becoming their own tribe of women supporting each other and living healthy and fit. And you really look at yourself as like the moderator of the groups, the conductor of the groups. As a nurse specifically, you feel like you're really using your skill set to educate and support these women, and you're doing that with a laptop from home while Elevie is there running around.
Yep. Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
So awesome. Oh, I love this. It's so fun. Okay, Dianne, tell us how an exercise physiologist and someone with tons of experience is a personal trainer, from in the trenches to owning a business to mentoring other trainers. How are you moving your business online and home?
Well, I think these girls just did such a phenomenal job really expressing what this business can do for us. And, it's been a transition just even recently in being able to let go of training in the trenches and being able to take this online. But I did start out as an exercise physiologist working in a hospital, and at some point scratching my head and saying, here I am working with this woman who has congestive heart failure, and probably the prognosis isn't good, and I'm trying to get her on a treadmill. Like, something's missing. This isn't where my passion is. This is very important work, but it's not the work that I want to do. I want to get them well before that they're in this place. So it took me into the world of fitness, and with this idea of providing preventative care for people. And over the years, as Trina just mentioned, I've been in a lot of different facilities. I had my own business, but all along knowing that there was something missing, that even though I could write a phenomenal program that could absolutely get somebody results, and that I felt confident could get somebody results, and put all my education behind that and all my science behind that, they leave, they go home, they make poor choices, they drink on the weekend. And then everything we did in that 1 hour is gone. And so for years, kind of scratching my head and saying, there's got to be something more to this. There's got to be something more that we can do as fitness professionals to really help people where they need it. So if we could find a way to meet people where they are instead of dragging them to where we are, that would be a solution. And when I came into the Beachbody business, I realized this was it. This was the solution. And just 6-7 months into it, I can see not only with my existing clientele, how much their results have just skyrocketed. It's the attraction of so many others that I would have probably never been able to reach because of my geographic location, that now I'm able to help. And instead of sitting down for 2 hours as an exercise physiologist to write out an exercise prescription, I can use these phenomenal programs that I fully support because they're written by exercise physiologists, they're coached by celebrity trainers. And now I've saved myself the time because I feel confident knowing that I can say, you know what, PiYo, I think is going to be right for you. I understand that you have osteoporosis, but I think that this program is going to load your bones in a way that you are going to see results. And it's great. I don't have to be there. I don't have to worry. And then adding the Shakeology into it as well was another huge thing that's missing. Most fitness professionals tend to shy away from talking about nutrition with their clients, which is crazy. And even when we do try to talk about nutrition with our clients, there's still that sense that they leave us and then they're still off to fend for themselves and make their own decisions. So being able to create online accountability groups where we can check in on them and exhibit our coaching skills to keep them motivated, and that they know that we're kind of like always in their back pocket. If they've got a phone, they know we're always there, and that they can check in on this group and say, I'm having a really bad day. My nutrition is like a 5. What should I do? And that I'm going to be able to respond to that and turn the day around. That's really been so incredibly powerful. And I wish I had the metrics in front of me to say, like, they were losing this amount of weight before and now they're here. Their blood pressure dropped this amount of points. I wish I had those numbers because I'm sure they would be just unbelievable. So it's really been a great experience.
You saying this makes me want to just really quickly, I just got this idea. I think it's going to work great. So hang with me. I'm going to ask you ladies your results, but I want to screen share and just show into a group. I just actually realized that, you know what, let me show the viewers who are watching this, like, what do you mean by what are these special secret groups? What are they doing? I have a group going right now. This is real time. This is today. So I'm just going to quick screen share and take people into a group that I am running. So I have a group right here. Can everybody see it? Can you guys give me the thumbs up? You can see it. So this is how we are coaching people using Beachbody programs and products, but our own brand, as Amy said, our own coaching, as Dianne said, our own education, as Danielle said. So my group right now that I'm running with my sister-in-law, who's also a personal trainer, is a group of women. We've got 40 women across the country who need help and support from vacation, from home, from wherever they are this summer. It's fueled by Shakeology, so that's the connection to Beachbody, but our coaching is our own. So here's an example of us dropping in our own squat challenge into our group. And these women every day are checking in on how much water did they drink, what was their nutrition like that day, what was their exercise, what was their shake, and did they do our challenge of the day. So it just gives you an idea of how to coach people where they are, as Dianne said. I'm going to show you one more. This is actually today. And this is encouraging women to buy local, buy fresh to make their salads, right? And this is a great post on using farmers markets to build healthier meals. And again, every day, these 40 women are checking in on their water, nutrition, exercise, shakes, and answering our bonus question. So this is kind of a cool sneak peek. I don't always show people in my groups. I think they're pretty exciting, unique, cutting edge, and a gift of being on our team as we show you how to do this. And I want to show you that they really answer these questions. So there are 45 comments from yesterday from the 40 women in the group. They are really actually honestly checking in with us and telling us about their day. This is far beyond a single personal training session. This is really getting involved in their lives. So I just had a woman the other day share on the page that she has already lost 6 pounds in our group, and it came from, yes, using Shakeology, but it came from the support of the group and the mentoring of the coach. And so I want to show people, just put into a picture in their mind of what we're talking about when we're saying we run groups online. So there's a sneak peek into one. So let's get down to it. Results. We'll bring this home. Amy, how has being a Beachbody coach, leaving your job at the hospital, how has this changed your whole life and your family dynamic?
Well, you said it has changed everything for me. I think personally and professionally, it certainly has changed things. Kind of like Dianne said, I always felt when I was working at the hospital, there was something more there. Like in acute care, I would see people after they had their heart attack or their stroke. And I would maybe spend 15, 20 minutes with them, and I would never be able to follow up with them. I didn't know what their journey was, where their story led. And I just felt like there was something more I could do. Like I could have a greater impact. So for me, being able to, get in people's lives, be a part of their journey, have an impact on what are they feeding their family tonight? How do they feel in their skinny jeans? How do they feel about finishing a 5K? Like it's so much more rewarding. I'm able to have a bigger impact, and it's, done so much for my personal growth and my confidence, and I guess, what I'm capable of and the impact that I can have. I mean, of course, it's the time freedom has been just unbelievable. When I worked at the hospital, I was towards the end of it, I was in a pool position. So I was working holidays. I was working weekends when my kids were on Boy Scout hikes or at baseball games. I was missing out on that. And now I get to design my own day. I set my own schedule. I work when I want. And I love that. So it's really it's fit well. Like I said, I have 3 kids. It fits well in my busy life. And I'm able to be a part of it. And obviously the other huge component for me is just that financial flexibility. At first it started out, maybe I was able to pay for some fun running shoes. And then it turned into, I could cover my twins' birthday party. And then it turned into a trip to Disney for my kids. And now in a week, I can cover my car payment, which is the car that I picked out because I knew I had that financial flexibility to do so. I find that, as a nutrition expert, I spent 20 years giving out free advice and tips, and now I feel like I get to use Beachbody's compensation plan to get paid for all that advice and motivation and support that I was essentially giving out for free before. So it's done wonders. I mean, to be part of a supportive team of other like-minded women who really want to better their lives, they want to have a greater impact in health and fitness, that's done wonders for me as just a person and a woman. So
that's incredible.
It's been game-changing.
So Amy, again, I want to join your team, but I also want to point out to people watching that, yes, Amy, just the kind of the timeline of this, Amy started as a Beachbody coach because she believed in the programs and the products. She saw a way to start building something on her own outside the hospital. She started while she was working. So we're not putting this out there saying, leave your day job, do this now. We're saying if you ever have the goal in life of maybe being your own boss and designing your own day, as Amy said it, start this now. She started it while she was working at the hospital. She grew it to a place where she didn't have to be in that pool and missing weekends with her kids and all that, to the point now where as an at-home mom, her primary focus is her 3 kids and taking care of the entire household and her own health and fitness and creating healthy meals for her family. So Amy's not doing this full time 9 to 5, but she's earning $1,000 to $2,000 a month working part time from home in hours that work for her. So I just wanted to show people kind of how that fit into your life initially as a part-time income and grew into the flexibility for you to turn in your hospital badge, work from home early in the morning and at night when your kids go to bed, and a couple hours here and there at the coffee shop to get some stuff done. But it really revolves around your family life.
Absolutely.
It's awesome. So Danielle, honestly, similar story that you started this while a nurse and it gave you flexibility to leave. So what have your results been specifically?
So specifically, I mean, my own health has been phenomenal. Every year it just, improves. And this past year has been a big struggle, and it's been amazing to see that support and having that, accountability, because I'm helping people stay accountable to keep myself in check. That has been huge over the past year when I could have buried myself in a hole and kind of run away and hide. I chose not to, and it was able to keep my own health on check. As for my family, Elody's dad is in the military. It was always a priority for me to be home with my child or children, whatever, if I was with a military spouse. So I didn't want both parents to be out of the home. And for anyone listening who's a nurse, it's typical 12-hour shifts that usually run 14 hours by the time you leave the house and you get home. 3 days a week, that means I'm not seeing my kid 3 days a week solid. And that was just not going to work for me. Financially, building the business mildly in the beginning while I was working and sharing it with family and friends was great. And then once I was ready to make it a full-time thing, I had that flexibility to stay home with my daughter and to, like you said with Amy, use my schedule and work around my schedule to make it work. I didn't have to be on the computer all day long. It was my choice when and what I did, which was amazing. I think the third big result would be the people we surround ourselves with. A quote I just was playing with this morning was, you want to surround yourself with people who are going to build you higher. And that is, Team Beachbody. And that's the amazing part of it, is that people want you. They're okay if you're better, quote unquote, better than them or doing more than they are. That's what we are doing, is lifting people up to be their best self. And then financially, there's no debt. That's an amazing feeling, being completely debt free, except for a mortgage, and having the stress of separating and knowing that I can completely cover all of the bills if I had to do it 100% on my own, made those kind of decisions a lot easier. And having the knowledge in the back of my head that I'll be paying off my mortgage way before that 30-year mark. So I have a goal. It's actually next November. I'm working on it.
No credit card debt, no car debt, no student loan debt. Those are kind of the big ones, right?
Yeah.
And working on annihilating your home debt. And how old are you?
34.
34, no credit card debt, no student loans, no car payments, and tackling her mortgage. And Danielle's bringing in between $6,000 and $8,000 a month, doing this from home, using her skills and passion for helping others from home while being a full-time mom and taking care of her daughter generally on her own, as her husband's in the military. So a pretty amazing story, Danielle.
Thank you.
So Dianne, you're the newest coach on the interview here, and I know you've just been in this like 6 months and recently left the job to focus more on this. So again, you started this as a trainer in the trenches, being gone morning and night, working this in the car, on the subway. I mean, I've talked to you pretty much in all different hours of your day, and now you have the enough cushion in earning some income to allow you to do something different in your life. So what has that been?
It's just been this week, so I'm like super excited to share. I just spent my father's birthday with him yesterday, which is probably the first time in like 15 years that I got a chance to do that. So I'm feeling pretty good. I mean, as most fitness professionals can certainly relate, it's a book-ended day. People train when they don't work. So people want to work out at 6 o'clock in the morning, 7, 8, 9, and then they want to come in 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 at night. So for my entire adult life, I've had a book-ended schedule, and I've worked every single weekend for as long as I can remember. And when you have a 4-year-old, as Danielle was just saying, that's brutal, because I was kissing her while she was still sleeping at 5 o'clock in the morning and racing out, and then literally kissing her on the head again at night at 9:30, 10 o'clock when I was getting home. And I just knew that something had to give. Why would I be working so hard to not see my daughter, which is the most important thing to me besides helping people? So that was a huge decision. One other thing I'll say, and I think it's been such a great journey, I went into business for myself thinking that I'd be able to have more time. What I didn't realize is that owning a brick and mortar fitness studio is that same schedule and then some, because not only was I wearing the hat of coaching clients, but also paying the bills and sweeping the floor and making sure that, all the other trainers were doing what they needed to do. And it kept moving me further and further away from what my ultimate goal was, which was to help as many people as I can be healthy and to be there for my kids. So here I was getting further away, only to find this opportunity to bring me right where I wanted. And that's exactly how I feel just in the past week, having been able to walk away from all of this and walk into the opportunity to do this from home on my own schedule, spend a birthday with my dad. You know, he's in his 60s. I won't disclose how old in his 60s, but you think about those things, you know, you want to spend time with the people that you love, and that's the most important thing. So it's been great.
That's amazing. I want to join all of your teams, but Dianne, you paint a really, good picture. And I think it's a good thing to end on, that most women who will watch this are not in control of their day. Most women who watch this live with regret of time not spent. Most women who watch this don't know that they could design a better life, and they have it within them, as all of you have it within you, to have created the life by design. You're still willing to work hard. You're not asking for a free ticket. You are digging in and helping people in real life, making lifestyle changes, as Amy said, but you're doing it on your time, and you're doing it with your own brand and your own voice. And I just am so happy to have the opportunity to work with all of you. And I'm so glad that you've been able to make this choice for yourselves and your family and your future. So coaches, thank you for your time today. And to our friends out there listening and watching, I really seriously hope that you decide why not you. That someone's going to change their schedule, their income, their life, pay down their debt, see their kids, spend their birthday with their dad. Someone's going to do it. So why not you? We will support you. We will help you. Whoever shared this video with you today thought of you. Reach back out to that person and say, thanks for thinking of me. This looks like something I'd really like to add to your life, to my life. You will have a chance to meet all of us. Reach to the person who shared this video with you and say, yeah, why not me? I'm ready to go. So we hope to get to welcome you to Team Rockstar Fit. It's been an amazing journey for all of us. Have an awesome day. Thank you for your time.